Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Th000 and JN. Let me go ahead and add the game. Sorry about that, let's go ahead and do this. There you go, now you guys see it, and hopefully you guys didn't actually catch the timer. So it is going to be JN versus Th000. Yumiko is going to be the observer, thank you. Here on Bright and Dark, one of those maps that I have cast in the past only 1 or 2 times. Don't really know much about the creep patterns, but then again, adding new maps, new creep patterns, new item drops will always definitely help the overall style of the game. Now you can see that I believe this is JN. Hold on, let me double check this for you. Yes, it is it is JN versus Th000, and JN is spawning here. No, Th000 is spawning as the Night Elf player. Excuse me. Th000, Th000 spawning as the Night Elf player over here on the top right hand side of the map as the purple Night Elf. Meanwhile, we see that JN is spawning as the human player, the blue human player here. Now, for those of you guys who say I should call him Th000, or those guys who say I should call him Th000, I will just try to stick with one, and please know that both of them is actually his name. Th000 is what a lot of English casters call this particular player over here. Meanwhile, in all of the Chinese casts, he is known as Th000. So, a little bit of an education for you guys, as for some reason I constantly get messages saying, why don't I pronounce his name correctly? Alright, here we go. We are going to be having a Warden versus an Archmage. Oh, sorry, Warden versus a Mountain King, excuse me. So, Mountain King versus a Warden. And we'll see what the Warden can do in terms of overall harassment. We are going to have one scout tower down here as both players are coming in to scout. The Wisp has scouted out, sees that the Mountain King is trained up a unit as we are now going into an Ancient of War creeping. We can see this is a 3-1-1 creep camp. A very, very simple green creep camp here, as that Ancient of War is really in no danger of getting taken down whatsoever, just taking a lot of damage from those lesser Void Walkers. We're going to see now the Warden go after the Drain Knight here, get a Manual of Health, very nice item to start the game off. Meanwhile, what is the Mountain King doing? The Mountain King is off over here, and he is going to be doing some militia creeping. A Brood Mother, although it looks like a very, very small creep camp, does spawn more and more spiders. So you're going to see this Brood Mother quickly fall, surrounded, and what is going to come out off of the Brood Mother? The Brood Mother is going to spawn some more spiders. So some more spiders are now all of a sudden in position off over here. But then again, this is not going to be the best location. Oh, it looks like one militia may fall. No, down to 32 hit points. A spider militia cannot actually, or no units can actually fall to poison, as the Mountain King now sitting at level 2 with a wand of mana stealing. Alright, can I turn ally colors? No, I cannot. Nope, I cannot turn on ally colors at all. I can just turn that on over there, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult to find purple on the mini-map. We are going to see a greater Void Walker off over here, and this is one of the things I like about this particular creep camp. Even though it's called Bright and Dark, it is not completely balanced in terms of what types of creeps are on each side of the map. There is a Demonic Gate over here, and what this Demonic Gate allows you to do is you can take down the Demonic Gate, and if you take down the Demonic Gate, you have a lot more options for creeping beyond the Demonic Gate, but then your opponent also knows that you have gone beyond that gate. Meanwhile, there is an Elven Gate on this side of the map. The Elven Gate can fall as well, and then a lot of creeping can go down. More Ancient of War creeping coming up over here. This Ancient of War just absorbing and taking a lot more damage once more. And Bright and Dark really known for just a lot of creeping. This Ancient of War going to fall pretty quickly, as now the Archer, the Ancient of War going to not fall, as the Archer now finishing up everything. And we are going to see Th000 just continue to bring in more creeps. Where is that Warden? I'm looking for her, I swear. The Warden is off over here. Nice stab with teleportation, boost of speed, potion of invulnerability, detonation coming in, and now potion of invulnerability has been utilized. There has been a Shadow Strike onto that one troll Shadow Priest, as the Warden now needs to be very careful. The Warden is low on hit points, and JN is trying to get a surround, but the Warden with that boost of speed will not get taken down all too easily. Stormbolt now coming in as the Mountain King did use that Wand of Mana Stealing to deny some mana. Oh, beautifully played though. Warden does have Shadow Meld as the Warden simply hides in the cover of night. Mountain King could have easily gotten off another Stormbolt if he could get sight of it, and now the Warden could be coming in. Warden a little bit dangerous in this situation here, as we could see another attack come off. Troll Shadow Priest is pretty much at full life. We'll see what's going to be happening here as we are going into an Arcane Vault. It is being sped built off of, what, 4 or 5 peasants, and oh, here we go, level 3 onto that Warden. There's the Stormbolt. We could get a Wand of Mana Stealing yes again, and now that Warden down to 42 hit points. Really, that Warden is in a little bit of trouble, though. Samdan not quite sure what he can do with that Warden here, as we are now going into Clarity Potions and Scrolls of Healing. Oh, and now the Warden once again being forced to Shadow Meld. Are we going to perhaps get a reveal? Is there an observatory that he can actually reveal is the key question, as the Mountain King, oh, the Mountain King has left the Warden off alone. 105, 107 hit points. The Arcane Vault does spot this, as it looks as though the Mountain King wants to go back and do more creeping in peace. Mountain King already back up to 220 some odd mana, going to be back up to full here in just a moment, and now attempting to take down these Thunder Lizards. The Thunder Lizards here actually spawn more, and he drops, I believe, a Thunder Lizard rune. So we are going to see some Militia now come in, and Militia are coming back over once more. There was that Stormbolt, there is the clap. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what is going on over here by Th000. Th000 has already creeped out, got a Tree of Life. There's a Tome of Agility and one of Lightning Shield, and we are still fighting the back over here. You can see JN has picked up that Thunder Lizard there, and now finishing off this particular creep camp. That Thunder Lizard very useful in order to do some creeping. Meanwhile, we can see that Th000, what did he pick up? Th000 should have picked up some sort of Void Walker rune if he was actually over there. There's a Fan of Knives. Lightning Shield was utilized on the Huntress, and the Huntress can take down some very, very low hit point peasants pretty quickly. Another peasant could get taken down here. Oh no, a Stormbolt coming in. Another Fan of Knives. But the Thunder Lizard, with that piercing damage, really taking down those Huntresses. The Thunder Lizard, a very, very nice, very, very nice. Wow, that is rather loud. Let's go ahead and turn that down a little bit for you guys. Let's go ahead and get back into this. As the Thunder Lizard now coming back over, hopefully the game sounds aren't too loud and you guys can still hear it. As we can see that the Troll Shadow Priest is going to fall here. Ogre Mauler has been picked up. Troll Berserker has been Stormbolted there, and now the Warden, what can she really do? Hire a Troll Shadow Priest and try to heal back up once more. Where are we going? Oh no, did not take out this particular creep camp. That's why there is no Void Walker. Still new to this particular map here, as we see a Fan of Knives come in, taking down a lot of damage onto those Militia. Once more, level 2 Fan of Knives, it looks like. Circuit of Nobility, Staff of Teleportation. What is Samdan or Th000 going to do? Mountain King sitting very happily on about 150 mana. Will be able to get off 2 Stormbolts, 2 level 2 Stormbolts, and which will effectively take down most of these units, or at least stun them and reduce and remove a lot of their hit points, and capable for a very fast round. JN now looking to set up his expansion here in just a moment. There is a high ground location here and a little bit of a hiding place back over here as well. So these are all possible just walking locations all across the map. We could see another battle happening over here by the Elven Gate, as the Huntresses and Troll Berserkers are going to be battling up. Here we go once more. There's a bash. There's a Stormbolt on the Warden. Warden now low on mana after the Wand of Mana Stealing was utilized. And JN, I gotta say, is playing very well in this matchup. That Thunder Lizard just constantly focusing down a lot of those Huntresses. Huntresses taking a lot of damage, but the Footmen cannot stay around in this fight for very long. Very low hit point Footmen, plus the additional Glaive Worm, or the Glaive bounce is not going to help you. You can see all that damage is being bounced back and forth, and JN is now forced to retreat. Soapwater JN is retreating back over here, perhaps going to heal back up. Already has a Scroll of Regeneration, and now should be using that Clarity Potion if it ever gets low on mana. That Mountain King has been throwing Stormbolts left and right, but still able to stick around. So far, it is a 2-base Night Elf versus a two-base Night Elf versus a two-base human, as we are still fighting it out here, and now we are going into Glaives. Glaive Thrower being added into the army, and that one Altar of Kings will get taken down relatively quickly. We are upgrading to Keep already, but that means that a second Altar of Kings will need to be rebuilt in order to get that secondary hero. The Keep will allow the training for that second hero, as we now see the Thunder Lizard now moving off to the north and perhaps trying to do a little bit more creeping. The two Glaive Throwers are going to do a lot of damage here and take down some farms and perhaps even take down the main town hall. The Keep does, I believe, have 2,000 hit points. There we go, as the Glaives are just constantly putting pressure. We're going to see perhaps a little bit more creeping coming in, a Pyramid of Vitality of additional 150 hit points. Mountain King now seen at level 4, now going to be picking up a Goblin Zeppelin, and we'll see where that Zeppelin will be going. You can see the damage is being dealt to all of these farms off over here, and now will it be enough? No, unable to repair in time. Perhaps these guys should be on auto repair, as we now see a Troll Shadow Priest hiding under the cover of some more towers. So far we see that Th000 is playing very effectively and just constantly attacking the main base off over here, but not exactly sure what's going on. Finally going in for an engagement. There is a Fan of Knives Storeball coming in, a Footman that was taken down. Goblin Zeppelin picking up a very low hit point Footman, and now there is a clap, a very effective clap, as we now see that the Thunder Lizard could easily turn around and take down another Huntress. For some reason, never focused it down, but did get the Overballer there, as some low hit point units are being dropped. Zeppelin going to drop down off over here, perhaps pick up some more items for that Mountain King. Mountain King needs to get another Scroll of Regeneration. Where is that Goblin Zeppelin? Zeppelin right here. And will the Mountain King be unloaded? Yes. Pick up some items? Yes. Some Scrolls of Regeneration, some Clarity Potions, and now making their way back over. We are adding a Goblin Shredder. Let's take a look at what's going inside Th0's base. Th0 is now going into still running on 2 bases. He is repairing some of those Glaives. Off over here, what is going on? Don't see very much. And where is his army? So difficult to see purple inside this dark side of the map. Alright, where is that army? Army is off over here, and it is going to be doing a little bit of creeping and taking down these greater Voidwalkers and these lesser Voidwalkers, also picking up a Goblin Shredder of his own. But this is a lot of piercing damage as the Huntresses quickly fall. Level 4 now on the Warden, a Boots of Speed. Not a very useful item, as the Warden already has Boots of Speed, and now most likely will be selling one pair of those boots. Where is it going to be traveling off to? Sold it down over here at the Arcane, or the Ancient of Wonders, and now picking up also a Scroll of Town Portal. In the middle portion of the map, you see a whole bunch of mercenaries inside this, or part of this human army. You can see that the Goblin Zeppelin just following the Mountain King around. And what is that Mountain King hoping to do? He can't really buy anything else. It is pretty much maxed out on items already, as the Militia now coming across the map. We are going to see an engagement here, and there is a Fan of Knives. A lot of damage being had. Goblin Tinker, the secondary hero for JN, as we see perhaps a Pocket Factory could be coming in. Damage is being dealt. There's that Fan of Knives, Pocket Factory coming in, as the Glaives are just going to be able to eat through a lot of this. The Militia trying to push in here, and we'll be able to take out a lot of these Pro Berserkers pretty easily. Scroll of Healing was already used to try to counteract one of those Fan of Knives, but a second one quickly follows up. Glaives still tossing here as the Ancient of Wonders. JN trying to attack with this Thunder Lizard. The Thunder Lizard needs to get picked back up. JN, does he pick it back up? Yes, he does. As JN continuing this push, Th0 is taking a lot of pressure and a lot of damage now, as damage is being dealt. More and more Fan of Knives coming in. Mud Golem is immune to magic, but not immune to damage, as the Demon Hunter quickly gets bolted. That Demon Hunter is in trouble. No, uses a Potion of Healing, a Mana Burn, now a Scroll of Town Portal coming back. JN backing out of that fight, doesn't like where he's at, and Th0 with a Goblin Zeppelin of his own, picking up those very, very vulnerable Glaive Throwers, and perhaps will be repairing them. And who is coming out on top? Level 4 hero with about 45 food versus 42 food, a level 2 hero and a level 4 hero. You can see for some reason the Scout Tower was quickly placed down, the Ivory Tower utilized there, not exactly sure why. Goblin Shredder now working on these trees. Perhaps we'll be able to just get a lot more lumber, as that we are now teching to Tier 3 Castle Tech for JN. Now, at some point, I would expect Th000 to at least try and take down this Greater Voidwalker camp here and pick up that Greater Voidwalker. That is a very useful item. Mountain King picks up a Scroll of Healing, which is also very necessary in order to counteract that Fan of Knives. Human armies generally have low hit points, but a lot more units. And with that, Fan of Knives, which deals an area effective damage, is very, very effective at taking down all those militia. Mountain King looking to finish off the Dire Wolf. A Talisman of Evasion is the next item there for the Mountain King, as there will be a lot of missing attacks, but no, decides to sell it for a Scroll of Count Portal, opting to not utilize it at all. Goblin Tinker and Mountain King both have Scrolls of Healing, as we now see one Troll Shadow Priest trying to run away. Doesn't look like will be able to get away at all, as the Mountain King unable to get off a Stormbolt. We should be getting off a Scroll of Regeneration once more, healing up more units. The Goblin Tinker, a very nice beefy hero, 22 strength, but also a base intelligence hero, as we are going to see both of these armies once again move out. Mountain King on his way out. Where is he going to be going? We can see an engagement happening over here. Demon Hunter is sitting at level 1, and oh, this could be bad. Here's a Creepjack. The Thunder Lizard of JN may fall in just a second. Wow, a lot of damage. Is it going to fall? Yes, it will, giving level 2 to the Demon Hunter. And that Thunder Lizard was a key unit in JN's army. What item was dropped and left behind? It looks like though it was a Potion of Healing, or or a Wand of Lightning Shield, as we should be seeing an engagement now down over here. The Tinker does have a Staff of Sanctuary, and JN now has to be very careful with this engagement. The Glaives, 3 of them, Glaive Throwers just constantly launching a lot of siege damage against the castle here. JN, who I thought had an advantage moments ago, now falling behind as he no longer has his Thunder Lizard. Mountain King, however, just shy of level 5. And if level 5 can be reached, that Mountain King with level 3 Stormbolt will be able to shut down a lot of the damage here. In we go. No, one of the units are trying to dance back and forth. Knights are now going to be engaging, and a second Knight already being trained. We can see that the castle down to 737, and here we go. In comes the fight. Goblin Tinker, damage being dealt across the board, and oh, there goes another unit splat. All of these Clockwork Goblin needs to explode next to their targets, and now Tinker is moving forward once more. Mountain King trying to get off an easy bolt. There is a bolt now on that Demon Hunter. Not going to work out well. We could see a Staff of Sanctuary now being utilized. Mountain King is low on hit points. Is he going to utilize a Potion of Invulnerability? And I believe this is going to be pretty much it. There it is. Another Knight falls. And this is not looking good at all. I believe that is going to be the GG, as Th000 takes game 1 in this series. Take a look at the overall scores. JN did have a good advantage for a short while, but then quickly fell prey to just getting Creepjack. He got a little bit greedy, not realizing where his opponent was, and he got Creepjack, losing his Thunder Lizard, as it was a 2 versus 1 army. Th000 was able to pick up the rest of the items, finish off the experience, and take the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please enjoy Game 2.